hand. Going in for the AWP and the FAMAS.
Try and get that smoke down towards elbow. Make sure that there's no way that Rixo can catch off any of the players getting up towards window. Alex Sumfan has got a couple of players to deal with towards this cheater angle, and this seems to be the real good call here from SASHI to start working towards A, because it's really only Bruiser. That's the only player.
AWP set and ready, glass cannon for him. Sees the jump face and misses his first shot. Re-peeks it, the Molotov's in the way, not only for the sake of suppressing any sort of peek out from the temple position, but also to suppress vision in a certain capacity. Mingo sprayed down by that FAMAS, but with no kills, XXTATIC are opting for the 5-on-5 save.
You wonder what was being discussed in that tactical, because what we saw there from XXTATIC was they brought 2 players towards cheater early. They had 2 on B, and they had a very centered stack over towards that B site, leaving Bruiser very defensive, very back passive towards temple, and without him offering up a kill, that's it. You're not interested.
And Mac 10 Alex on fan. Brought out towards Manx if possible. Didn't check all the way, so the 5-7 gets a nice little pick back, an automatic weapon to play into the next eco round.
No candles, does he go over towards B just to try and change the direction?
Lashes in towards that mid control for SASHI, of course knowing that they should have most of the full control here. Mac 10 lost the upgrade to an AK, so extra firepower to play with here for SASHI. Manx, speaking of that, Mac 10 is going to try to prod the issue. Unawares of the boost up towards the window side, so sprays back towards lane. Nicks to put a nade. Manx will fall away.
Hey, you've got a very aggressive Mingo around that candles position, so this could actually be quite a big exploitation later into the round if they can bring enough of a distraction forward and allow him to late lurk his way forward. A lot of presence outside of lane right now for SASHI.
Passing utility back and forth. 60 seconds left for the hit. Rixo expecting a backstab of some sort. Pistol holds sight, Mac 10 in a WP, wins the quick bait shot from Rixo, all important. Scopes back in towards Cave to try and pull attention away from the crossfire that might be in play. 40 seconds to actually apply the brakes.
They have to really commit here. They don't have information towards Donut, so if they wrap back in towards the A site, it will be unknown, undetected.
Oh, there's a shot from Cabby. Mac 10 wraps the corner. Both players revealing their positions. Utility down as well, the flash in particular. As Mingo closes in that back, that removes the AWP from play. Leaks comes up with 2 on the spray. That leaves at a 2v2 situation. The bomb will commit successfully. Do Kragan and Quinix want to go for this here?
I think they have to. They know they're going to buy next round anyway, so you might as well have the confidence to try and see what presents it. You got the FAMAS and the 5-7. Quinix trying to get over to a weapon.
Couldn't quite grab it with the E-key. AWP, there's a Galil also in. Mingo, utility caught in hand. Kragan takes the pick, leaks down, in over at Wood. Low HP, isolates the first, but can't get that second. The HP differential too much to handle. XXTATIC 5-4.
You could sit here and say that that was a bit of a victory.
Just so panicked as soon as he lost his teammate. He was like, uh-oh, I'm screwed, aren't I? Nade set in, mid control established by the CT so early. One player making his way in from Cheetah. Kragan watching for that window entrance. Smokes will come down from Manx. Aware of that one man in at that position. Sprays blinded, not going for wall bangs. Vesta on top of the boost. Trying his hand at catching these guys off guard, but so far so little. Just that little bit of damage chipping away by the utility.
It's got to be only a matter of time until one of these spam bullets connect, and then that's just mass information. Vesta breaks it down. Manx is hearing all of these footsteps.
Flashbang turned away. There's a spray on towards 1. No more than that. Leaks with a response.
And Cabby can't really aggress Cheetah here without a flash. He'll just have to peek towards that right-hand side corner. Got a little bit of an off angle, and Kragan can set up a crossfire.
Flash in. M4 goes for the peek, but Mingo comes up good. Kragan responds. Leaks able to respond right back. A 3-on-2 for SASHI.
And now even Alex Sumfan is going to have the mid-round call, exploit himself into candles. There's so much of it. This is a really good position for SASHI to be in.
Phoenix leaning in, Alex Sumfan. Oh, trying to see if he can bait for long enough, but he gets spotted. The spray back through. That 1-for-1 engagement, dishing out some damage towards the CT more than it does the T-side player. Smokes down a bit close, and Alex Sumfan finally isolates the man. Now we'll look into the rotates where the bomb is on its way to A.
That's just excellent patience coming there from SASHI. They realize, okay, we've got man advantage. We've got Alex Sunfan mid. Slow it right down. He's going to try and prod around, allow himself to catch some information, eventually deal with Queenix, and then that's it. Bring that bomb over to the A site. We know that Bruiser's playing B. So SASHI find their third, and ECSTATIC find themselves without really any money. You've got both Cabby, Queenix, and Manx that are really down low with single round loss bonus. So the opportunity of force buying around this AWP does open your eyes up to it.
Well, this will be a third for SASHI. To make this as competitive as possible here on the T side line, and definitely going blow for blow with ECSTATIC in the early portions of this game. Saw quite a fair amount of initial contacts from the last map. Firing back, and a spray from Cabby is so awkward. Leaks gets the start.
Manic chaos from both of these teams. Kragan going to strike out from that donut position. Vesta around the smokes, gets dropped by Queenix, and now things start getting awkward.
And the rifles that can get picked up by these pistols as well. See the one that was dropped out towards the... the candles angle gets recovered. Manx can now recover an AK. Alex Somfan peeking in against the AWP. Bruiser gets away from position, wins the AK. Now there's full rifles for ECSTATIC, but one fed towards the AK. Turn around by Manx, and Rixo, his AWP against 3 in this clutch. Swing out for the adjustment. The flick does not connect.
And now put the pressure back onto SASHI, who don't even really have a full by themselves.
Broken situation here. The Galil's on 3, AK and Tech 9. SASHI. Their base is set towards main as Bruiser's AWP is going to be out passive, trying to try and hold out for them. Harsh reset available for the T side. Shot is baited at least, so Bruiser gives up the access to the site itself. Nades and smokes being sent down. Blind fire does not do all that well for him. Queenix starts, leaks trades.
Alex Sunfan has still got a lurk on B. This is looking really promising right now for SASHI.
Depends how quick the retake comes in here for the CT side. Kragan already looking out of the temple entrance, or the candles, or the temple entrance. Kill found, leaks down. Rixo holding his AK. Does find him as the smoke clears up. The second player given up, but Cabby gets his kill. But Alex Sonbank continuing to close in. Tech 9 against Max. He hears those footsteps, but loses his head to a 2-on-2 situation. On the bomb they'll go. Cabby with a defuse kit. Taps and sticks. Vesta forcing forward. Gets them both as well. Once again, they're relying on these pistols to steal frags and steal around the way.
Well, you consider the fact that they had a 3-0 start, and now they're going into round 10 with what could be them taking really a 5-5, and then even leading into a loss and leading into a back foot approach. Another one of these heavy gamble stacks out towards B. They're aggressive towards ramp.
Straight in SMGs. Vesta up close and personal. Max does find that 5-7 in with a decent kill. Swapping out to the AKN just towards Vesta. 2 for 1. ECSTATIC playing a lightning fast round.
Manx getting up towards lane and consistently putting damage down. Those heads just rolling with that AK. And now he just goes back. Relocates over towards a bomb site. Holds the security. SASHI are down to the veterans again.
4-on-2 as a result. So his AWP trying to get access towards the mid position, trying to lean in from candles, sees the donut angle and sees the left and right hand sides have no contention whatsoever. Noise being made, but Bruiser, the 5-7, posted and ready. Will Rixo check this corner? No, he won't. That's the bomb and an AWP now out of T-Sign hands. Alex Somfan, the last man left, seen as well. The 5-7 engages, probably loses his life towards this one, but the rest of the rifles can adjust.
And now with the bomb just on his back, he's got to keep fighting from this position onwards, and he's going to know ECSTATIC are going to be all around, so look over towards window, keep these cubby positions held towards the left and right hand side. There really is no escape here from Alex Somfan.
AK leaning up. Kragan hears those footsteps and puts him in his place. 6-4 to the board. ECSTATIC continuing to try and clap back against SASHI's return rounds here. Breaking the economy state. There should be a force back from the T's instead.
Yeah, you got to think so. Double eco status for a couple of individuals there from SASHI. And this is always the awkward nature of a back and forth affair on map 3 is at what point involved in that setup of Manx and of Cabby are completely blinded up on that crossfire, and they still come through successfully. Mingo coming up from the top of window, trying to make something happen, but not to be. They know that Rixo's out on the other side, and he's kind of have to go for it because he's going to get sandwiched through. There's no way that he can save here.
Yeah, eventually Queenix will decide to make the backstab move happen, or he'll just have to face in from from the window, from the B door rather. Checking out the box, trying to catch off Cabby.
CT side to being as successful as it is, and for SASHI, they're not really getting enough rounds in this first half to make this series competitive.
Leak spray, oh, completely blinded, but still gets Cabby and Manx. That's decimation, and everyone else will look to fall for it.
I can't believe that's just happened. Leagues probably can't believe that's just happened. That flash was absolute precision, and it still comes through with a couple of kills. xantares can start rotating over towards A, at least set the defensive up.
Bomb's on its way in from main, so no real rotation potential. That one man in towards mid that might provide a bit of assistance in terms of the late lurk. The AWP of Bruiser firing. Kragan lines up a kill, gets traded. All to Bruiser now to try and lock out this clutch. 1 on 3, round 15, can't afford to save.
Alex Sumfan, Rixo, and Mingo all in here towards this A site. Bruiser trying to work on the edge of the smoke, and it just gets smoked again.
Flash in, turn upon, the shot misses.
Smoke for Cabby being thrown over. Queenix being able to buy up that util and pass it over to teammates. Early nades out towards B, but the bomb is in elbow. This is going to be a B fake.
Quick swing in towards the mid control. Manx and lead that charge up. Mingo sees the headshot of Kragan. All important start. Alex Somfan and Vesta also get their kills in. Queenix doubles up as he returns 5 to the 3 on 2. Swaps to those jewelries with the bomb on his back. Needs to come in with Cabby to provide support here in that mid control. xantares fall away.
Slow it right down. This actually builds a further opportunity of at least a plant. You've got to think about your circumstance in this 2v3. You can work on. You know that Cabby has not seen much information towards lane at all. And for SASHI, they're playing together because they know we've got a kit in hand. Let's just play the retake. Let's give them the respect of a bomb plant.
Be the bonus money at least for xantares. Checking out all those corners just in case. Allowing the rotation time for SASHI to come through here. Open plant for Cave. Now, where do they look on the defensive?
But they're not going to take Cave at all. So Queenix is going to get back out towards long. You got the bomb open to short presence too. And for SASHI, they can afford to slow this down.
Kits in play for Alex Somfan and Rixo. Seen and tapped up. 2 bullets from Cabby is good enough. The Gouchon and all turn their attention towards it. Taps forward against Leaks. Alex Somfan. Attention turned towards the short control. The Julies can strike. They've got Alex Somfan a drop. Leaks now. 1 on 2 on the reload. Will tap that bomb. Desperately hunting for Queenix. He's dead out of time. Taps on the tag damage. Unable to get the kills. Finally one headshot. But no more than that. Queenix responds and xantares gain the pistol.
Wonderful.
For Leaks. Harsh Eco in the full stack towards that B site. So let's see whether xantares will give them anything in terms of the exit frags or consolation frags. The MAC-10 will be nice to sort of get some money in. Molotov will force one player out, spraying down Alex Somfan. He'll burn alive, as will Leaks also drop.
It's just a shame. Leaks is really tempting Megs to get aggressive there, just to say, okay, well, I'll get the MAC-10 in for the frag. So the Zeus doesn't find anything, and for Megs, this is only just farming up more money for him.
Here's the boost. 1, 2, and 3.
100 all for xantares.
Defaults in towards mid control. Vesta trying to find something here with his M4. 1 of 3 in play. SMG is on Alex Somfan and Leaked. Alex Somfan will fall through the smoke. Cabby with that opening. I can't catch Rixo next.
Fuming. Knowing you're 5-14 down, you go aggressive ramp, and you're just getting spammed through a smoke by Cabby. Not a lot going your way at all. And look at the patience here from xantares. They slow it right down. They're holding the positions towards elbow. They're trying to bait SASHI forward.
Vesta going to rotate back. A bit of util sent towards the A side, but not really to the execution base if they're going to make their way in. Bruiser catches Leaks, looking on towards window. Frag found. Vesta now in from Donut. Do they commit to the A site though?
No util, no kits here for SASHI, and it's just a regroup out towards the T-spawn area to the wraparound eye. You've got Cabby still waiting for any further lane presence, any contact to come through from the B doors. Very slow and passive. And now SASHI are getting aggressive mid, which means no one's on A.
Low walks in. Oh, Mingo supporting a backstab. Are they ready for this? Haven't been seen yet. The walkout will come through. But the question is, will they expect them to be this hot on their tails? One player seen, kill on the first player, line up a second. Manx trades, bomb gets dropped. 3-on-2, Investor will also to strike. All he's got to do is deny the bomb plant right here alongside Rixo's crossfire. Out in the open, he'll line up two and he'll get them both. SASHI with a steal round. Cabby will try for the plant the last second here. Taps once, forcing the CT down to the open. He'll tap spray through, but Rixo.
Investor.
Survival of SASHI. Big sequence to get it. Vesta, look at this. Oh, Cabby sees him first. That gap was much wider than the T-side vision. Headshot is going to start.
There's a very heavy gamble over here towards B as of right now. Leaks trying to see if he can spam through towards that window position. Cabby knows that there's cheater presence, but just doesn't really want to deal with it. Doesn't need to.
And a fall back for Leaks. Alex Somfan holds the position. Minute on the clock. Smokes inbound from Cabby. Mingo does catch him off as he swings forward. I wasn't sure if he was actually in Candles itself, but he is. Now the execution basis can come through. 4-on-4 for the retake.
Get themselves quickly into that donut position. AWP from Bruiser's out in the open.
One more player up close. Rixo not spotted. Bruiser gonna check it anyway. Sees his man. Needs support from his teammates desperately because he's up close and personal. And the AK can win that fight. Kragan caught between both those players. 2-on-2. Rixo, USP pulled out. Reduces them to Queenix now. On the site, in at main. Missing the shot against Mingo. That's information gain, but the spray still comes out. 1-on-1 situation. Rixo with 3 kills already. Needs this quadra. He's making his way in with no kit and all. Queenix playing this perfection. Play for the timer above all else. Smoke goes down. 10 seconds to the defuse. Trying to bait in this AK. Trying to do damage to the economy state of Ecstatic, but he's not on the bomb. Taps on the AK. AWP rings out. Falls back out position. Ecstatic have map and match points.
It's messy, but they get it done. 15 up the...
Straight into the lane position. Going to try and provide the lurk tactic, because again, it's going to be the execution from Ecstatic very early ahead of the defaults, putting some utility down, but cancelling last second here, drawing attention away from the defaults. Mid control established by Rixo instead.
Well, they'll know that the utility's low, so they just want to bait out a reposition, some overuse of util. Rixo desperately holding aggressively in mid.
Molotovs and flashes sent. Orpa falls back into Donut, scopes in. What can you get out of this? One player with a bomb on his back with utility in hand and defenseless was Manx. Cabby does strike back on Leaks and Rixo falls even deeper into Donut. No support, at least ahead of him. Mingo can provide support with the crossfire, but lane is compromised. The CTs are in cave.
I like the way that they've just given up fighting the Orpa. Instead, bring the attention back over to B. The MP9 swinging out, 1-for-1 trade. The bomb gets dropped and Kragan's low.
Vesta is all alone though. Flanked in by Cabby. Bruiser also in position. The firing squad of 2 men. Picks up the site at 3-on-2. Yes, 2 players are low. Quite a bit of problem, especially because Mingo taps one back through the smoke. Knowing the low HP can be capitalized upon. The retake will still be set up. Bruiser, AK in hand. Orp and Famas. Orp firing away, blinded the smoke towards long will start to clear. Mingo gets like 2 or 3 dinks in against the man, but Cabby still takes it back. Rixo, USP pulled out. Knows they must both be low, but he cannot get the shots. Cabby will...